Yeah. You recently taught a course, you mentioned it earlier, on fiction and leadership. And tell us a little bit about that course and how you used fiction as a vehicle for connecting people to key leadership principles and the leader within them.
Yeah. Well, fiction is that's a story,
Right.
right? And so if you read Being There, for example, or let's see what else I can pull out of this. Um, Don Quixote.
Hmm.
You can just think of every novel that you've ever thought about. We had students reading one of those novels per week, and then come to class prepared to talk about it. Well, at first, you know what they're going to do. They're going to go to the places where you can, they're on the web. You can pull off
Oh, yeah.
some review.
Clip notes. Just get the
Yeah,
clip
yeah,
notes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we were putting the papers, giving them back to them. They said, "No, you don't understand." And once you crack that, then one person would wrote poetry to describe his reaction to this book. And so we had one a week, and that changed those students completely. And just watch it go. So I think that what's really going to happen, we're going to have a lot more of that going on with the. I now have a Terrence Deal Leadership Institute, and that's all we do is the music, drama, ritual, ceremony, stories,
Oh, fabulous.
and it's pretty magic if you're willing to put it out there and take a risk.
I think it may have been Jerome Bruner who said there's two kinds of thinking: propositional thinking and narrative thinking.
They are.
And it seems that especially in education, but also in business, we've spent so much emphasis on the propositional, which is the analytic, the logical, and we value people who can do that really well. Yet the narrative is so essential to relationships. It's essential to connecting with people. It's essential to everything we do, and it's not something we've valued in our culture. You
Well,
know.
how about this quote? Uh, I value so I'm trying to get it exactly right here. I value my gifts of fantasy far more than my ability to deal with positive knowledge.
Wow. Who said that?
Einstein. Now, if you present that to a group of these people that we're talking about that we don't like very well, they will say, "Wait, no, you're misquoting," because that propositional thinking has dominated things.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
a lot of people that I know who get to the end of life, what they do is they change and they go over into the narrative.
Yeah, and
Very common.
yeah, and I think there's a something about as we grow older that it becomes more important to look back and reminisce than it is to look forward because our the horizon is not that far in front of us, but we have all this life we've lived, and it's the stuff of story and it's stuff of making sense of it all and finding out what's been the purpose of all this. And um, another one of my favorite quotes by Einstein is imagination is more important than knowledge.
Yes.
I've always loved that. And I think that story is the language of the imagination. It's one of the
Well,
fundamental
yeah,
languages.
absolutely. And the institute is predicated on a poem that was written many, many years ago in Persian, and uh, it's very akin. It's about a group of birds that go looking for Seymour, uh, the great person who has all the secrets of life and um, what we do. So it's a very akin to the Wizard of Oz.
Mm.
And you remember that story? Uh, they they're all looking for something outside themselves, right? And they're each one of them has their look for a brain or a heart or whatever, and they finally get to the wizard, and all of a sudden he's exposed as this wisest man on a microphone hiding behind it. And then to each of those people on the yellow brick road, he says, um, look, you're looking for knowledge. True knowledge comes from experience, and experience you have in plenty. Or you're looking for a heart. Every human being has a heart. Uh, what you want to do is to embrace that uh, and see courage. The lion was looking for courage. And if you that story is replicated then in all these different genres, but that's what is inside you.
Yeah.
And the story is what the key that will unlock that uh, treasure chest of marvelous things if you give it a chance.
Well, I think that's a beautiful note to end on, Terry. And I want to thank you just for taking some time with me. And it's just such a treat to sit here and share with you. And I feel like we're co-travelers in the
Oh,
universe.